Welcome to my next video. It's all about the Bee Gees masterpiece, Odessa. Here it is. This is the 2009 CD replica of the original vinyl. It's all made of velvet, as you can see. It's beautiful, soft to touch. And that's how the original vinyl actually looked until they stopped production because workers were getting sick from allergies. So they had to revert to the plain vinyl cover, which looked just like this. And it's got a nice little gatefold. Very much plays on the theme of the Beatles' White Album. This is all about the song Odessa being lost at sea. Odessa, the same name as the woman that dumped him for a royal. Only Robin can come up with that. But I will do a review separately of each song. But for now, I just want to do a quick review of the Odessa album. It is, as you can hear, it is sublime. It is ethereal. It is divine. It is nocturnal. Very, very different to the formula that they've been building up to. So hence why a lot of fans of the Bee Gees or a lot of record buying public just didn't get it. They didn't understand. But over time, of course, this has deservedly got into the charts, like the 1001 albums you must hear before you die, and it sold quite a lot in the many millions of copies. So it's done commercially okay. But that's not to take away from the artistic ambition. You've got to understand that in 1969, when this came out, the world was changed. The first man was about to land on the moon, and everything was Technicolor. You know, for a movie to be black and white was now becoming passé, it was becoming the exception to the rule. And TV in America, at least, was going color. Technicolor was all the. It was a new world, you know, and there was really high bar to being set for entertainment. You couldn't just get away with pedestrian kind of songs. You were a collection of formulated songs. You needed something different. You needed something that could push the envelope of creativity and even broaden the zeitgeist of the culture. And that's exactly what the Bee Gees did. The 2009 CD comes with this amazing poster and some handwritten lyrics and fairly obscure compilations that came out at the time. So you get all of that. You get these wonderful, wonderful sets here with unreleased pictures. And you get 3 discs. You get the stereo and the mono. You also get the demos and outtakes. You only get 2 songs that hadn't been released before. Pity and Nobody's Someone. And I really love the mono version. Why? Because it is the sound is so centered. You can really hear every instrument so clearly. It's magnificent. I might even give a little bit of a comparison in my next video for, you know, each song's stereo and mono mixes respectively. Look at these amazing pictures. This is the stuff of Pink Floyd, you know. This is really, you got the harpsichords, the strings, the violins, the cellos. And the nocturnal flavor would even make Neil Diamond so envious. It made David Bowie, you know, turn his head in shame. I'm sorry. But yeah, he was a big fan, of course. So, yeah. So I can say that. And obviously the influence is very, very clear. Remember, Tommy wasn't even released yet, which was like the standard, if you like, of concept albums. And this was released just 3 months after the White Album. So they had a good little like template, if you like, to follow. And they did such a remarkable job. There's a little bit of everything on here. You know, you think there's a lot of variety in the White Album, and I've got to say, I'm a huge fan of the White Album. But I don't think even that achieves the authentic variety that this produces. I mean, you know, songs like this is a little bit of a classical piece with flamenco guitar and few lyrics, mostly music. It's very epic. It's just the beginning of an opus here. I think it's just the perfect beginning. But you've also got Irish trad. You've got square dancing. You've got so much. Let me go through the songs just quickly because I can't even keep up myself. But like, you know, you've got funk and soul. There's a song here which I won't mention just now, but there is a song where they really speed it up and funk it up at the end, and they really sound like Kool and the Gang or Blood, Sweat and Tears. They really, for the first time, venture off into what you might call disco. There's pantomime / Christmas kind of music. There's operas, real orchestras doing some numbers arranged by Bill Shepherd. You've even got country in the style of Bob Dylan and the band, and a lot of Neil Diamond kind of nocturnal pop music. Such lush strings in this one. Thought-provoking lyrics, which I can't wait to talk about in my next video. Something you don't associate the Bee Gees with. Some of the best lyrics, even compared to some of the best of the best. Work of art. And the fact that it was a bit of a commercial failure, I think only seemed to embellish its appeal as a classic album. Because this is not a commercial album at all. The first single off it is like track number 15. You know, they weren't interested here in doing a commercial album. They're interested in competing with White Album and with the whole idea of concept albums and where it could go. The Bee Gees did their most artful record in 1969 with Odessa. They weren't ever going to really match that level of artistry, but you couldn't see the 60s go out without this brilliant concept album that raised the bar for concept albums, and even for the next decade. Well, this raised the bar. This showed them that a song didn't have to be 4-minute formula, and that a side didn't have to be, you know, songs that all sound the same. In fact, there are no two songs that sound the same next to each other, I'm happy to report. So that whole movement fed into art rock. You know, we have the 20-minute guitar solos. Sure, that's not this kind of art rock, but it's very artistic. It's their most artistic venture. I hope you enjoy my next video where I go track by track, and as a new feature of my videos, I'm going to talk about Undiscovered Gem. It's a song that I pick that I think is the most undiscovered gem on the album. So stay tuned.